Justin Trudeau flying high on your dime. I'm Brian Lilley with the Rebel.media. One of the great things about progressives is that they like to claim that they're there for the little guy, that they stand up for the less fortunate. What that normally means is they stand on top of the little guy and pick his pocket so they can live the high life. What's the latest example? Justin Trudeau spending more than $100,000 in taxpayers' money in 1 month alone to shuttle himself, his family, and his friends around the country on government jets. Among the friends, Alberta Premier Rachel Notley, or Chief of Staff Brian Topp, UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, and of course, the nannies. Now, I understand that the Prime Minister and even his family have to travel and that they even have special needs when traveling, requirements the rest of us just don't have due to things like security concerns. But spending $100,000 on flights in 1 month alone? That seems kind of steep, doesn't it? I mean, if he was collecting Aeroplan points, he'd be in the super elite based on that 1 month. So we're launching a petition at superelite.ca to tell Trudeau to take it easy on our wallets. Canadians can't handle this month after month. We want you to sign our petition and share it on social media. Let your fellow Canadians know that Trudeau is flying high on their dime. I mean, $100,000 in flights for him and his friends in just the month of February 2016 alone. That is crazy. Now, let me give you some of the details. When he was out in Edmonton at the beginning of February, Trudeau gave a lift from Edmonton to Calgary to Socialist Premier Rachel Notley and her Socialist Chief of Staff Brian Topp. Not a big deal here. I mean, Trudeau was going anyways, but it's just always good to see socialists living the high life on a private jet. Other flights in February are disturbing, though, because they make no sense or cost us money that we shouldn't have had to pay for, or at least not so much. Example, on February 10th, the Challenger flew empty from Ottawa all the way to Montreal. Pretty close by, actually. Why? To pick up Prime Minister Trudeau and his entourage of staffers, like photographer Adam Scotty, assistant Tommy DeFossis. The flight is listed as taking an hour. You know how long it takes to drive that route? 2 hours. And guess what? There's no record of a flight to Montreal, meaning he drove there. But to save him an hour, Trudeau and company dipped into your pocket and flew an empty plane from Ottawa to Montreal to fly him from Montreal to Ottawa. It makes no sense. None at all. On top of events like this, we have flights for Trudeau family vacations to Quebec City, where the Challenger and crew waited around for 3 days while the Trudeaus took in Carnival. Then there was the other vacation in that month to Whistler, a flight out to Vancouver so they could go snowboarding in the Rockies, then a quick sojourn for Trudeau to get some business done in Calgary. Now, if you remember, this past winter, the Trudeaus took a lot of vacations. This $100,000 in flights doesn't even include their trip to the remote locale of Fogo Island in Newfoundland for Easter. I'll get to that in future reports. But Trudeau did use your money to send his private jet to New York City to pick up and drop off UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. That's right, we paid for Moon to fly to Canada. It's not bad enough that we pay millions upon millions to the UN each year, that corrupt organization. Now we're sending a plane to New York, an empty plane, bringing Ban Ki-moon to Ottawa, then flying him to Montreal, yep, another hour-long flight to avoid a 2-hour drive, and then we fly him back to New York City and fly the plane home empty again. We've got more information on this, on Liberals and their use of Challengers as their own personal taxis. In fact, I think we're going back to the days when Paul Martin and the Liberals used the government planes to fly out to party fundraisers. And we'll continue to bring you more government abuse of your tax dollars using these jets. Jets that cost more than $3,000 an hour to operate. Trudeau's 1 month tally for February was close to double the monthly rate for Stephen Harper from 2011 until 2014. Isn't it time that Trudeau was told to calm down, to slow down, to stop flying high on our dime? If you agree, then I'm going to ask you, please sign the petition at superelite.ca. That's superelite.ca. Sign the petition, then share it on social media.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.